Hello, this is LeeSun Truth Teller and Modern Day Minstrel, and I am here to remind you that there is no truth outside of love. If it ain't true, if it ain't loving, it ain't true. That's what I just said. Yeah. So yesterday I started up this vlog. This is installment number 2. Wow, one a day. That's an achievement for me, second day in a row. But anyway, it was pretty impulsive. In the morning, an idea came to me. I thought I would record it, and I've been doing this every once in a while recently, where if an idea comes to me, I record it, and I start off with saying, "Hi, I'm LeeSun, Truth Teller and Modern Day Minstrel," and that's kind of like me just trying to step into who I really am. I had some business cards printed up recently and trying to figure out what I would print on them when I was trying to think of, well, who am I? What do I do? That was what I came up to. I thought I am a truth teller. I speak about truth in a way that is going to be new to a lot of people, because a lot of people don't understand that truth cannot exist outside of love. That in order for something to be true, it also has to be steeped in love. Love has to be woven through the fabric of truth. Truth is not about cold hard facts. Truth is something that resides in your heart. And so this is something I'm passionate about, and what that looks like in life and in values and in people. I could talk about this every second, every minute, every hour of every day of my life, and I wouldn't get tired of it, because it goes so deep, and there you can look at anything from this kind of angle, kind of like, what is the truth there? And not only can you talk about it, but when you talk about it, it just feels good in my heart. Something good comes out of it, not just for me and how I enjoy it, but in terms of the way it makes other people open up, and it liberates people in ways that they haven't experienced before. It helps people become bigger. People step into the power of who they are more fully. It helps people experience life more fully, and that's amazing. It's amazing to see, and it's amazing to be a part of that. So anyway, that's what this vlog is about. And yesterday's video, if you have watched it, or if you watch it at some point, you will notice that it's pretty dodgy looking. Like it's you can't really see me. The quality of it is really bad. It's on my phone. This is on my phone too, by the way. You'll see that I look well, this is kind of arguable. This is completely just a judgment, but I feel like I kind of look like a toad in it. When I watched it back, it was really challenging for me, because I was judging myself. I was like, oh my gosh, I look like a complete toad. But you know what? I was like, that's a good thing. That's a good thing that I'm getting used to sort of looking at this and like actually becoming aware of the fact that I'm judging myself in this way that I don't want to judge myself, because that is kind of the point. That's like, if you look at this from a truth angle, the truth is that these things, this is not what defines me. How I look on the outside is not what defines me. It's another sort of part of who I am, but that is not what gives me my value, and certainly that's not what gives anyone their value. Like, it's not for anyone to, well, I was going to say it's not for anyone to judge me based on that. Obviously people will, because everyone decides what is important to them. But what I want to put forward here in my truth-telling vlog is, like, do you judge people on how they look? Is that do you somehow link someone's value to how they look? Because if you do, then for sure, you're doing that to yourself. And really, is that what you really want to base your value on? Life is not that short. We are here for some set amount of time. I just said life is not that short. I meant to say life is not that long, but actually that's kind of a profound sort of slip, because I believe that life is at the same time kind of, the moment is infinite, but also life is fleeting, because the whole thing about something that's fleeting is that it just means that there's an end to it, and you experience the end. And just by virtue of the fact that there's going to be an end to our lives in this particular space-time continuum. Anyway, when you experience the end, no matter how long any minute felt when you were going through it, no matter how long any hour felt, or day or year, when the only thing you're feeling is happening in the moment. So if in the moment what you're experiencing is the end, it's like something ending, then all of a sudden in that moment everything becomes short. Your life will be short, no matter how long it has been. It's the same when you reach that moment, when it's ending. All you experience is what's in the moment. What you experience is the end. And so, anyway, my point is, life is happening right now, in the moment. You get to choose. You get to choose a lot of things about what you're going to place value on, what you're going to give meaning to. And is that really what you want to give meaning to? What, like, you have to know that there are millions of messages around you. Every day you're being bombarded by these ideas that your value is based on these things about yourself. And the reason you're getting these messages is because the people giving you these messages generally want you to buy something. So is that who you're going to listen to? Or can you tap into something that's a little bit deeper in yourself, that tells you actually your life has meaning and you have value, and that is not contingent on how you look or anything about your appearance, not even anything about your skill, or even like your acts or your deeds. Like, there is a value there just in being alive. It's amazing that you exist, that you are alive, that you have what's going through your mind and heart, what you feel, what you experience. That is not what anybody else anywhere else is experiencing. Only you own that. And that is crazy. That itself is crazy. Like, where did that come from? How is it possible that you exist? That just blows my mind. So there is something so priceless, immeasurably valuable in just the fact that you exist. Are you going to go from something that's infinite and infinitely valuable, and are you going to throw that out and actually say, oh, actually my value is what I believe, I'm going to decide that my value is based on my dress size, or for a man, like, my value is based on how defined my abs are, or how much I can bench press? Is that what you're going to decide? Or are you going to decide, like, my value is based on, like, how funny I am in one moment, and how many people laughed at that particular point, or how many people I pleased? I don't know, maybe you might base some of your value on that if your calling is to be a comedian. But anyway, this is not the point. I digress. My point is, I did this video yesterday. I was really uncomfortable with it because I am brainwashed into thinking that somehow it is important how I look, and whether people find me attractive or not, or whether people think I am or not. Like, I enjoy it when people compliment me, or when people... Oops.
Morning.
Thanks. Morning. That was the postie. I'm sitting in my front door right now, and they brought me a bit of post that isn't even mine. Hey. Anyway, yeah, are you going to base... Oh, I've kind of lost my train of thought. So anyway, yesterday I did this vlog. I became aware that I'm judging myself, and then I realized, no, for fuck's sake, like, this is not important. I'm sorry about the swear word, especially if you are a child. Yeah, the important thing is not how you look. The important thing is not how anybody looks. The important thing is not how much you conform to other people's expectations. The important thing is not like the things that people admire in other people, like whether you are that or not, whether you're brilliant at something, whether you are, I don't know. These are not the important things. The important thing is that you exist. That is amazing. And what you can do with your life and who you are is something that only you can do. Nobody else can do that. Nobody else can find out what that even means to be you. Nobody else can find out what your purpose is. Nobody else can have the impact on the world that you can. Nobody can. So yeah, today I was thinking, well, where am I going to film this little vlog today? Am I going to keep up with like filming in darkness and kind of like in a way trying to hide myself a little bit? Well, yesterday when I was doing that, a part of it was I was trying to hide a bit, but on the other hand, I was kind of really well aware that with the angle, I hadn't combed my hair, like I was having a pretty bad hair day. I was aware that it was not a particularly flattering video of me, and that I was really uncomfortable with that, but then that was really important for me to let that be what it was, and for me to hold that and learn to be okay with that. Because at the end of the day, the most important thing for me is, if I find myself judging myself in some way, the most important thing for me there is to come to peace with that until I accept myself so that I'm okay with it. And so I didn't want to change that video or like find a more flattering angle or try to make myself look better in it, because my point is, it really doesn't matter. Like, if you're gonna judge me for how I look, that's your prerogative, but perhaps you might have more fun in life if you had a look at, what is that really important to you? Is that really what you want? So yeah, in this whole series, that's kind of a promise I'm going to make from the beginning, is I can't promise that I won't try to find a flattering angle or like try to like do videos where I look as pretty as I can. Like, I can't promise that because, I'm motivated by these things. I'm only human. But I do promise that I'm not going to try to do that every single time, and that's not going to be my aim of the video, is try to look as pretty as possible all the time. And because that's not the message I want to be sending. Like, my message is, it's okay to be whoever you are, and it's absolutely fine if you want to try to look attractive, or if you really can't be bothered, if you really don't care. And it's absolutely fine if you judge yourself for it, but just try to bring some awareness to that and some element of choice, where if you're going to judge yourself for your appearance, and that's where you're going to get your value from, at least let that be a choice that you're making, as opposed to just something that you've been brainwashed into and are just compelled to do, even though it makes you hate yourself or makes you feel terrible. Like, yeah, at least make that be a choice. I'm going to stop talking now because I don't want this to just go on and on and on. And tomorrow's another day. And like I said, I can talk about these things forever. And my hand's getting tired holding my phone here. So bless you. Yeah, maybe have a little... I hope that you get something good out of this video, and I hope that whatever it is, it brings you to a better level of understanding of yourself and a deeper acceptance, a deeper and broader and truer acceptance of you and who you are, in a way that blesses you. That is my wish for you.